You know, you've reached elite-level procrastination when cleaning your room suddenly feels like an urgent life mission. Like, forget taxes, I need to reorganize my sock drawer by color and emotional support level. Welcome to Upgrade Era HQ, the only channel where we chase self-improvement with the same intensity most people reserve for avoiding it. Today, I proudly present a personal journey of procrastination so impressive, I should have received a standing ovation from the Olympic Committee. So here's the deal. I've been stuck in a never-ending game of productive tomorrow maybe for, let's just say, longer than I'm proud of. Every night, I make the plan. Wake up early, crush my to-do list, become a high-functioning legend. And every morning, I wake up like a confused potato and suddenly, starting later becomes starting never. I got tired of lying to myself, and also tired of watching motivational videos while wrapped in a blanket like a guilt burrito. So I did something wild. I gave myself 1 week. 1 week to break my procrastination habits, test out every anti-lazy trick I could find, and try to actually get stuff done without becoming a productivity zombie. Will I emerge victorious? Or crumble into a pile of sticky notes and broken dreams? Stay tuned. This is about to get weirdly relatable. Day 0. The day where I planned to start fixing my procrastination, and somehow ended up deep cleaning my phone's photo gallery instead. You see, I meant to start strong. I made a schedule. I downloaded a productivity app. I even color-coded a habit tracker. But then, I kid you not, I spent 2 full hours deciding on the perfect motivational playlist. Because obviously, I couldn't possibly conquer procrastination without the exact right vibe. You know you're procrastinating when your procrastination prevention prep becomes the thing you procrastinate with. I called it mental alignment. My brain called it stalling in style. By the end of day 0, I had a planner filled with ideas I didn't follow, a spotless desktop, and absolutely 0 tasks completed. So yeah, solid start. Olympic-worthy, really. Day 1. I woke up like I was starring in my own motivational montage. I had water. I had a checklist. I even said, "Let's crush this," out loud. To my mirror, with eye contact. Armed with 7 productivity hacks, 5 alarms, and 1 dangerously overhyped ego, I was ready. Here's what I tried at the same time. Pomodoro technique, Eisenhower matrix, deep work blocks, cold shower, meditation, goal journaling, and yes, a vision board. Don't judge me. By 10:17 a.m., I was mentally exhausted. By 10:19, I was Googling how to recover from trying too hard. Apparently, going from full-on procrastination to hyper-optimized robot mode is not the move. Takeaway? Doing everything at once is just a fancier form of avoiding actually doing anything. Next time, maybe just pick 1 new habit. And don't scare yourself into a productivity coma. Day 2. I woke up and immediately regretted everything. Turns out, trying to become a new person overnight comes with a little thing called total mental collapse. I stared at my to-do list like it had personally betrayed me. Deep work session? Cancelled. Write that email? Deleted. Cold shower? Let's just say, lukewarm shame. At one point, I caught myself watching a video titled, "How to Stop Procrastinating." While procrastinating. About procrastination. It was like looking into a mirror inside a mirror. Infinite productivity guilt. I spent the next hour scrolling through motivational quotes on Pinterest while eating cereal straight from the box. That was my big day 2 breakthrough. Eventually, I gave myself 1 small rule. Just start. For 10 minutes. No pressure. No goals. Just open the laptop and see what happens. And shockingly, it worked. 10 minutes turned into 20. I wasn't productive. I was barely functioning. But hey, progress is progress. Lesson of the day? Trying to go from 0 to hero is cute, until your brain decides to stage a full-blown mutiny. Day 3 started exactly like day 2. Alarms ignored. Hoodie on. Brain at 3% battery. But then something weird happened. I put on that Focus Beats playlist I made during my day 0 procrastination marathon. You know, the one I spent 2 hours obsessing over instead of working? Turns out it kinda slapped. I sat down, started working just for 10 minutes, like the rules said, and bam. Suddenly, I blinked and an entire hour had passed. I looked up like I'd just returned from the productivity matrix. 1 email sent. 1 script outlined. 1 celebratory fist pump in my chair. I didn't do everything. I didn't build an empire. But for the first time in months, I didn't feel like a total fraud pretending to be busy. Of course, I ruined the moment by rewarding myself with 3 hours of YouTube and a burrito the size of a small child. But hey, balance, right? Moral of the story. Sometimes your brain just needs a decent playlist, low expectations, and the promise of food. Day 4. The high of day 3 wore off faster than a cheap energy drink. I woke up thinking, let's build momentum. But my brain was like, let's build a blanket fort and hide from responsibility. Suddenly, everything felt heavier. Tasks looked longer. Even starting felt exhausting. I spent a solid 40 minutes staring at my calendar like it might do the work for me through telepathy. Spoiler, it didn't. And then came the classic inner monologue. Why can't I just be consistent? Maybe I'm just lazy. Maybe I'll never change. Day 5 wasn't much better. I showed up, sure, but it was the slow, dragging kind of showing up. The kind where you do one thing and need a motivational TED Talk just to do the next. At one point, I took a break from procrastinating by organizing my favorite ways to procrastinate. Yes, I made a list with bullet points. Highly productive waste of time. But here's the weird part. Even though I was in a slump, I still showed up. Not perfectly, not impressively, but consistently enough to feel less like a lost cause. Day 6. I didn't wake up motivated. I didn't meditate under a waterfall. I just did the thing. No drama. No pep talk. Just action. It was almost suspicious. Like, who is this mildly functional version of me? And what has it done with the professional procrastinator I know and tolerate? Wait, you're telling me if I stop thinking about doing the task and just do the task, it gets done? Groundbreaking. Nobel-worthy. So I tested it. I picked one task. No multitasking. No switching tabs. And guess what? Finished it faster than I could finish, making excuses for why I couldn't start. That's when it hit me. Maybe procrastination isn't always about laziness. Sometimes it's just fear in disguise. Fear of doing it wrong, messing up, or not being good enough. So instead of chasing perfection, I aimed for done-ish. Not flawless. Not fancy. Just progress with a side of chaos. Was it magical? No. But did I finally feel like someone who could outpace their own nonsense for more than 20 minutes? Absolutely. Day 7. The big finale. I figured I'd wake up, feel like a productivity guru, and finish the week with a victory dance. Instead, I woke up late, spilled coffee on my shirt, and forgot my laptop charger. Yep, the universe apparently decided I deserved a reality check. But here's the kicker. Despite the chaos, I actually got stuff done. No epic morning routine. No perfect environment. Just me, a half-caffeinated brain, and a stubborn refusal to give up. It was messy. It was awkward. But it was progress. Real progress, not the I'll start tomorrow kind. So if you think you need a perfect plan, a perfect mood, or a perfect playlist to stop procrastinating, spoiler alert, you don't. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just show up and say, I'm here and I'm trying. Even if that means wearing coffee stains and running on empty. Here's the truth nobody tells you about procrastination. It's not just about laziness or bad habits. It's about feeling stuck, overwhelmed, sometimes even scared. And beating procrastination isn't about flipping a switch and becoming a productivity machine overnight. It's about small steps, showing up on the hard days, accepting that some days you'll mess up, and that's okay. If you're stuck in that same loop right now, listen, you're not alone. And progress? It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be real. So keep trying, keep showing up, and most importantly, cut yourself some slack. Because the best productivity hack? Being kind to yourself through it all. Hey, if you've made it this far, you're already miles ahead of most people stuck in the procrastination loop. Seriously, give yourself some credit. If you want to see more real-life experiments, funny fails, and how to actually upgrade your life stuff, hit that subscribe button and join the Upgrade Air HQ crew. And tell me in the comments, what's your funniest or weirdest procrastination moment? I'll start. I once spent an hour organizing my sock drawer instead of writing an essay. Can't wait to read yours. All right, go conquer something, even if it's just getting off the couch.